Hi, this is Michael from Wedding Music Charleston right here in Boone Hall, Plantation in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. We're at the back of the cotton dock right here. This is the rear dock area, so oftentimes ceremonies will be set up out here and receptions are inside, and then sometimes people have cocktails out front. And other times brides will get married under the oaks on the other side, which is a little further distance away, so there are things you have to think logistically about that. So anyway, we're going to take a look around the cotton dock here and talk a little bit about setup locations today. Again, here we are at the cotton dock. This is the rear dock area. Through these doors is the main hall, and out through the other doors is the front entrance. So we'll go back in a corner here and take a look at the dock itself. So it's on the river here. It's a beautiful location, and oftentimes people set up and get married right here on the dock, have the ceremony right here on the river. And so if you did that, you come through, and the DJ oftentimes for the reception is set up right here in this corner because there's power here on the wall, and this is kind of a nice area for the DJ to be set up. It is possible to have music from this one location and be able to cover the back dock area if you do it a certain way. And this is a large room, so as you can hear, you can probably hear the echo. Hello? Hear the echo here in the room. And so the high ceilings and the hard walls, hard floors make it an echoey location, and it will swallow up a lot of sound. So you need a bigger sound system in an area like this, especially if you have a lot of people here. Another thing to think about is, as you can see back here, oftentimes if you have more than about 100 people, you'll have a lot of the tables set up on this end of the dock area, the cotton dock hall. You don't have a good line of sight for the speakers to be able to reach back here. So something to think about is speakers work intelligibility to where you can understand what a person is saying and what the music is saying. It is directional. So bass travels all around the room, but intelligibility, those high notes, the things that make you understandable, are directional. So when you have a wall that's kind of cutting off the room to where you can't see beyond it, it's a good idea sometimes to set up, there's a plug right here on the wall in this particular location, set up a quick speaker that is a wireless connected speaker to the sound system. So all the folks that are over here in this corner have an easy time of hearing the announcements and speeches, toasts, those kinds of things. So just things to think about in this location. If the doors are all open like they are today, then again, you can hear music outside. If you just want to have some low-key music for cocktails, oftentimes they have cocktails out here, have a bar set up right here outside. And so you can have music outside, and that will work if all the doors are open. If the doors are closed, you'll have to have a secondary speaker out here so that you can hear music and announcements, those kinds of things during cocktails while you're getting your pictures made. Entrance to the cotton dock, as you can see, as I zoom in beyond the couple that is standing there, the cotton dock is in the back there. So as I zoom out, you can kind of get a chance to feel there's a probably 100-yard driveway going into the cotton dock, and then quite the drive going over to the parking area. You can see the main house in the distance, and the parking area is beyond on the right over in that direction. So it's just something to think about. Hey, here we are once again at the Avenue of the Oaks here at beautiful Boone Hall Plantation. You can see the large house down at the end of the row here. Again, if you plan to be married, and whether it's this location or another of the beautiful plantations or venues that are around Charleston, which there are many. Charleston is one of the top 5 wedding destinations in the United States. So one of the things to think about when you're thinking about your ceremony or you're thinking about cocktail locations is power. And oftentimes beautiful places like this do not have a power source. So something to think about is whether you're going to need an external power source at the location for your wedding. And we have that available. We have a battery pack that's designed for our professional sound system, and we can bring that out and set it up and run power for a ceremony. It's not designed for high power receptions, but it is designed for a ceremony or cocktails where you're only going to run about an hour and have minimal volume, not a lot of volume. It'll run microphones and that sort of thing, which is a critical part of what we need to know is whether there's power at the location.
Okay, well that wraps up our quick overview of setup requirements for Boone Hall and the Cotton Dock. We're absolutely happy to help with any questions or concerns that you may have about setup for weddings, sound and DJs and bands, those kinds of things. Even if you don't end up using us as your vendor, we're happy to answer any questions you have. Feel free to contact us. Go to weddingmusiccharleston.com and click on the contact sheet. Have a great day and have a wonderful event.